That's right. And when we unmute our microphones, it does even better too. So, so
I
here we
think
are.
we need to
I
start
love
over.
go. I think we're going to start over,
We can
which is
make
good.
this.
Yeah, we'll
That
just
was
kind
a
of
great
compress it.
story.
But it was really good.
It.
It was good. You should have heard that one, boy. That was good. So here we are, jabbering away, and it's quiet. And that's the thing about going live. When you go live, like, okay, everything is a little different there. So anyway, today is the 26th of December. It's a wonderful day, and we're so glad you could join it. I'm Terry Brock, and I'm joined by the lovely and charming Gina Carr. Gina, thanks for being
Carr,
here.
yes.
Yeah, you still are. Matter of fact, hold on, listen. I think we got some graphics here that I put together. We went to great expense to put this graphic together. Woohoo! There we are. Yes, indeed. So we've got that, and doing the fun thing with live. And by the way, as you watch this, realize, hey, here we are. We're a couple of video pros. We've done a few of these, but we make mistakes. And so that's okay. The mic needed to be off during the intro in case there was any kind of noise over here. But we want to turn it on. Well, forget to do it, and there's a checklist there. But as you do these things over and over, you get to do them better. But anyway, there was something that happened today that was really, really interesting. And I wanted to share this with you that are joining us on whatever platform it is that you can do it. And by the way, we're on many platforms right now, going in there on Facebook and on LinkedIn Live. We're also doing Periscope through Twitter. I think they're moving the Periscope away and going into Twitter. And we're doing YouTube and going into different groups. And increasingly, we're seeing this is really a popular way to do it. And using video rock stars as one option as well.
Hello, Video Rock Stars.
Hi there, all folks of Video Rock Stars, and we're glad you can join us. And we're really glad we can do all that because using Restream, our sponsors, gives us the ability to do that. You can find out about that over at restream.io. Matter of fact, I think I've got a graphic here. Yeah, here we are. We can click on this, and you can see a couple of different things that are really cool here. If you go type in bit.ly/Restream Live Studio, that is a video that you can use to learn some of the specifics of it and see the benefits that entrepreneurs have from doing this. And if you use bit.ly/Restream4U, the number 4 in the letter U, then you'll get a chance to see some other things, and that's our affiliate code. We'll get a few coins on that, and you will get some extra benefits and our gratitude for that. So we appreciate you and being here and joining us for that. But something happened today that we realized, don't do these things. Sometimes you do something and it doesn't quite work right. We were there at the kitchen table, hardly bothering anybody, and getting some cards together, sending some holiday cards to some people, signing some cards and things like that. And Gina was helping out. I put some input on it, and then she'd do something. I handed over to her.
We had our own little assembly lines.
Yeah, so our assembly line. So Gina, what happened in our assembly line?
One of my jobs was to finalize it. So I took the envelope, and just like I've done a million times in the past, I hold it up and I licked it and I pushed it down and set it aside, and I noticed it flipped up. It wasn't sticking. Like, oh man. So I thought, well, anyway, I looked at it and I noticed, it had a little piece of paper there to peel off. So it was the kind that you peel off and stick instead of the kind that you lick and stick.
Gee, I've never done anything like that, Gina. Ever.
How about you?
Yeah, never. Yeah, and so of course we see that happen. And that was not a big deal, Okay, don't lick it, just pull it off there, and then it also works real well if you put some extra Scotch tape on there. So that's a nice thing. But we found out when we did that, it hit me as a speaker, as the communicators that we are, thinking, wait a minute, there's a lesson in that. There's certain things you do not want to do. And as we're getting close to a brand spanking new year coming up, I thought about some things that you don't want to do. And that relates to this as well. Some things that are very important. But first, Gina, as we look back over the year, we're looking forward to a few more days in the year, wrapping up things. What are the thoughts that go through your mind? What rituals do you go through?
You're just going to leave them hanging?
Yeah, we're going to tell them in just a little bit.
You got this set up for this great story about what to do?
Yeah, what to do. We're going to do it. So well, that's what you do. You say, we're going to talk to you about that, but you got to stick around for it. And if you do it right now, all
right, go ahead then. What was my question?
What kind of things do you go through, rituals that help you as we're looking toward a new year, saying goodbye to the old?
Well, I am reviewing the past year. I'm reviewing it in terms of the events, goals, money that came in, new relationships, people who've entered my life. But a big part of it's been a recap, especially this year, of what did I think the year was going to look like in the beginning, in January, and then after the big pivot, what did it end up looking like? And for me, it was different. Actually, financially, it was a strong year because I was teaching skills that people needed. All of a sudden, the whole world needed to know how to create better videos and monetize those videos through online courses and membership programs. So
yeah, and you had one of the best years ever.
I did.
Yeah, so 2020, a year that can be bad. Gina did the right things and had her best year. Congratulations! Very proud of you.
Well, thank you, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to help a lot of people. That's one of the things that really got clear in my mind this year. And we all know it, but wow, when you really do it, it feels good. I know that I made more money because I helped more people in a bigger way. So I know there was a tremendous amount of pain and suffering in the world. So I don't like to come and say, oh, it was a great year for me. But I did have a good year, and I plan to have a good year this next year too. And I know a lot of people have.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we look at it, there has been tragedy in many ways. Gina, we have had several close friends and relatives that have died this year. And one, not as a direct result of COVID-19, but it was very, very close and exacerbated the situation. And we see that. So it has been bad, but now we're looking toward the future. And so as you're looking for the future, one of the things you want to remember is that if you try something that you think, okay, it always did this, then it always will be. Not quite. There's an old saying that says, if you keep on doing what you've already done, you'll keep on getting what you've already got. Now that sounds really cute.
And familiar.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, I guess that sounds nice, but that isn't quite true. If you keep on doing what got you to the level of success you're in right now, chances are, as the environment changes, as the world changes around us, for good or bad, you're not going to get the same results. In fact, you can get worse results. And so what we want to do is we want to be able to adapt. And something I came up with, matter of fact, I put together a brand new graphic. And that new graphic is the past does not equal the future. And don't you like that little does not equal?
Very cool.
Yeah, I remember that back in the days of the MBA program. It was fun to do. Did they do that in your MBA program?
Yeah, and at Georgia Tech, and before Georgia Tech.
Yeah, before Georgia Tech, yeah.
I
hadn't seen that.
Maybe even elementary school.
We didn't do a whole lot of that when I was in radio, TV, and newspaper and undergrad. It was. But still, the past, what has happened then does not necessarily mean that's what's going to happen in the future, because it is a different world and it is different. And I think what we've got to do is we've got to adjust, we've got to change and realize that now is the time for adjusting and changing. So Gina, what are you planning to do differently for 2021? And what kind of ways are you getting prepared for whatever might come?
Well, the biggest thing is I am planning. Now, I had planned in 2020, but I'm planning with a more precise level of focus and a very, very big focus on I'm working to not put too much on my plate. I want to do a lot of things, and I'm learning that, well, yes, you want to do a lot of things, but the more you try to do, the more stressed you're going to be, and the more you're not going to do any of them well. So I'm trying to do fewer things, but I'm focused on, let's just call it making pancakes now. I'm plant-based, so they're plant-based pancakes, but taking something that I do and making a system and a process and making that one as good as I can and making those pancakes over and over again. So the courses, the challenges, the programs that I'm doing, do fewer and refine and repurpose and make it better.
I like that. I think that's very good, because I think it's time now for a change and a shift. And so as you're watching this, think about what you can do to adjust, to adapt, to get ready for whatever might happen. I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going to make a prediction. There's going to be some tough times in 2021, and there's going to be some great opportunities too. So how's that for going out on a limb? Yeah. Duh. It's like, it happens every year, Terry. But think about what you can do. Like, for instance, getting yourself in better physical shape. is always a good thing. I can guarantee that, and that's a word you can't use very often, but guarantee you will do better if you take the steps to get the right kind of food that you eat, the right kind of whatever you're going to put into your body, and the exercise, the right kind of rest, stress management, mindfulness. Those types of things are very, very important. And so you want to do that. You want to make sure that you are taking care of you, learning the right kinds of materials, study, reading. Those are going to be very important. What are you doing to prepare for that, to get ready as you look at adjusting and adapting in your life as you're moving forward for the new year?
Well, I'm looking at revenue spreadsheets. I'm looking at calendar. I'm looking at a program that's helping me plan for the year, and not just planning for the year, but planning for the rest of my life. So I just turned 60. I don't think some people will say, "Oh, you're at the last third," and like, no, I feel like I'm at halftime, and I'm taking good care of myself, and I might live another 60 healthy years. That's my plan anyway. So, what are the things that I want to do before I leave this state, this planet?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's something you want to look at as you're watching this. Think about what can you do and what should you do in the important areas of your life, like physical health, financial. It's something we're going to be talking a lot about at Agorapreneurs. Agorapreneurs is our, matter of fact, I got a little graphic I got to pull up here. There it is, Agorapreneurs. And it's our program, our company that we came up with. And the idea of entrepreneurs and agora living. And agora living means you're living voluntarily, peacefully. I like the way Leonard Reed says it. Anything that's peaceful. That's the way to live life. And so we'll be doing that. Matter of fact, I like that one too, but here's one that's even bigger. Woohoo! Isn't that nice, Gina? Now it covers us up. So Terry's got to improve the graphic, but still it gets the idea across. Real nice. And you can find out about that in Agorapreneurs and follow what we're doing there. But we appreciate you. And I want to be talking a little bit more as we get closer to this, but we've got a special event coming up this coming Tuesday, the 29th.
Yes.
And that Tuesday, the 29th, we've got, a matter of fact, a special graphic here that's available that you can go and use a code. This is a $47 program focusing on Big View, how you can use this tool to create videos with captions, have a teleprompter, all of that in a really nice package. If you have that program, you'd want to join us for that. It's $47, but if you use this code, Big VU, that's the letter V as in Victor, U as in uniform, 17, BIG, you could get $17 off. And here's where you want to go, bit.ly/ or you call that a whack? /BIGVU, Big View _SG for study group. We're having a study group, and that's going to be this coming Tuesday, the 29th of December, and that will be at 5 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, which means 2 o'clock Pacific Time. And if you're over in the UK, well, that's 10 p.m. and it's going to be a fun time. You'll be able to do it. And if you are and say, gee, that's a little late, I'm not going to be up that late or whatever, not a problem. We've got this little thingy now called recording, and it works really well. But you want to be there, you'll be able to get that. And you figure, hey, if you can get ahead and get some other skills, require skills that are going to be important, that will be good. Well, these are some of the thoughts we wanted to share with you as we get ready to head toward the new year. We're still in the celebration, the relaxing, being with family and friends mode that we have around Christmas. Today being the 26th, it is the first day of Kwanzaa. So if you're celebrating Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa to you and for the celebration you have for the next few days. If you're celebrating or have celebrated Christmas, well then Merry Christmas again to you. Merry Christmas for 2021. I'll be one of the first to wish that. And very soon a Happy New Year. So we'll be preparing for all that. Gina, any final words you want to leave before we say goodbye?
Oh, I think it's important to be prepared and to be flexible, have plenty of flexibility built into your preparations, and just continue to ask your customers what they need, what they want. And as times change, just be flexible to make that change as you need to.
Once again, I agree with you, and I think you're right on target. Be flexible, be willing to change and adapt. I think that's one of the most important skills that you can get. Learn how to adapt and adjust. That means you got to be prepared physically. You need to be prepared for whatever might hit, whatever might happen, and all kinds of nastiness could happen. Potential. Financially, be strong. Have savings. Savings is a very good thing. Make sure you do that. And as we're recording this right now, Bitcoin doing incredibly well. We thought it was really someone Bitcoin would finally crash through 20,000. Well, that was just a few days ago. And right now, as we're recording this, $26,700 for Bitcoin. That is amazing. I'm flabbergasted. And there's something going on there. I do not know what, and I'm not making any advice on financial, what to do or not. I'm not qualified for that, but I'm just saying, look at it and study what's there. It's pretty amazing. Well, thank you very much for being with us, Gina. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you, Terry, for inviting me to join you. It's fun.
I'm glad we can do this together. And we thank you for joining us, being here. And we will look forward to seeing you